with working with all these celebrities, is there like, do people kind of expect you to know how, like, I'm trying to word this the right way, where
Who's my favorite client?
no,
I was
not
going to
even
ask that. I was going to ask that later on. But
I was gonna ask more of like, do people assume that you have to put up with asshole celebrities?
They exist for sure.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I did not write about this in the book because I definitely respect NDAs. But
Yes.
in my time, I've only encountered like 2 or 3, but they do exist, and like now in hindsight, I can see that like that person is going through their own thing and they're probably hurt, and maybe not everyone is cut out for celebrity. I will say that. So I've been very fortunate that through my time, I've been able to kind of earn the ability to pick and choose who I work with. And that feels really good. But yeah, it's like anything. You got to kiss a lot of frogs to meet the prince. And I think that I've kind of done that throughout the years, but I don't have a ton of crazy horror stories. Like I have heard from other stylists in salons, like the older starlet that came in and threw a brush at someone because she didn't like her blow dry, like there's been, or somebody canceled on someone, and you just see people who they go nuts, it's, I've heard stories, but I haven't had like a ton of horror stories. Thank God. Knock on wood.
That's good. Yeah.
Right. And I feel like you have to be like a trustworthy person to get into the position that you are in. You know what I mean? You're around a lot of high profile people that I feel like they don't let a lot of people into their circle that they don't trust.
Yeah. And that's another thing I really offer a lot of advice on. I mean, I don't know if the amount of people reading my book want to be celebrity stylists, but I think that's one thing that has helped me also is like, I've always treated my clients like human beings. And I for sure have had my like geek out moments. I think like working with Gwen Stefani and doing her for the cover of Vogue, I like had her poster on my wall in high school. And those are moments where I'm like, how is this my life? Like I literally like my hand shaking as I'm driving to set. Like those are my like Devil Wear Prada moment. But I think that like overall, I just have always kind of just treated my clients as human beings because they are. And I get so mad when in the past I've seen people who haven't respected them in the same way or feel like they're there to just get like shine from them, or they just, don't like respect them as they would any friend of theirs, and abuse that relationship. And so I really have like, I've just learned through the years that, you put good out, you'll get good back.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause you still have that hairstyle, that hairstylist relationship when us, normal people go get our hair done and we sit in that chair and all of a sudden you're like talking about things in your life that you wouldn't tell anyone, but you're telling the woman who's doing your hair. And you trust her to do your hair. You trust her to listen to you and to kind of like be your soundboard for a lot of things where you kind of have that relationship. So I feel like that plays for this. Yeah. Like I feel like that plays even at the celebrity level where you gotta trust that person. Cause that's a time, and it's probably a good vent sesh. You get glam done for so long. I feel like with some of these celebrities, they got to sit in that chair for a long time. They got to talk about something.
Yeah. And I think, I opened the book up with like kind of giving a figure of how many hours I've spent talking to women in my chair and how many people. And I'm like, where's my therapist license? Because it really is such a personal relationship. And I've been on the flip side of it. Like the minute I go and sit in someone's chair, I'm like spilling my guts and it feels like a therapeutic moment. But with that comes responsibility. So I think, and I actually have read so many books that like talk about the scientific, like if you're talking shit to somebody, they associate you with whatever story you're telling. And so it actually is like a negative reaction to you and your reputation. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's just, loose lips do sink ships.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Do you find it hard to find the time to do everybody's hair? Like, are there ever times where, Bella Hadid needs her hair done, but Hailey Bieber also needs her hair done, and you need to decide between the two, whose hair am I going to do? I
think like the busiest hectic days would be like Met Ball days, but I'm really fortunate that like I've had a great team around me that my clients like work with, you know, when I'm not available, and trust them. And so it's like a whole system. We'll have like one assistant will be with one girl, and then I jump and everyone's like set up and ready. So by this point in my career, I have it really set up, and we like try to keep, because no one wants to feel like you're rushing through them, you know, so you really do have to like keep your shit together and keep your cool. But I haven't, those are like the hectic days, but usually it all works out, you know, like I've had agents in the past are like, oh, what are we going to do? So-and-so wants this time. And I have learned through the years, it always works out. And I, you know, I feel like we've had a few hiccups here and there, but nothing that's like, I haven't had any blow dryers or brushes thrown at me. So
yeah,
we're doing
that's
okay.
Thank God.
That's definitely a good thing.